All right, we're here inside the OPEI booth at GIE 2013 with Chris Kaiser. And Chris, you guys had a big announcement for dealers today at the show, didn't you?
We really did. We ran the Look Before You Pump campaign. We've run it out. It's for dealers and distributors, and it's to begin to familiarize them with the changes in the fuels marketplace. And they're on the front lines with retail customers, and they've got to be the ones to begin talking to customers about the changes in the marketplace and what it means for people who use our equipment and those fuels in the marketplace.
Okay, and Look Before You Pump has a few key things that dealers can do inside their dealership. Can you tell me a little bit about what specifically the artwork and literature is on?
Right. All the artwork you see is available to dealers. You can go to lookbeforeyoupump.com. There's a web portal. All of this artwork is available in art files. You can download it, print it yourself. We have hang tags, dealer mats, PSAs, fact sheets, everything a dealer needs to get the message out, if you will. Again, it's point of sale. It's where the customer meets the equipment, and so that's where we want this message to be seen by as many people as possible.
All right, great.
Hi, this is Dan Stihl reporting from the show floor here at GIE+EXPO 2013. I'm with Jim Mason, Dealer Development Manager with Alto's Precision Mowers. They're a brand new exhibitor here, and they're exhibiting a brand new and good-looking mower that's getting a lot of attention. Jim, tell us a little bit about what kind of response you've gotten here from dealers and other show attendees.
Well, first of all, Dan, we can't be more excited about being here at the show as the first time. This product has been in development for over 3 years now, and as a sales guy, I really wanted to go public earlier than this, but we made such a our decision was perfect to wait till last night to really premiere this to everybody, and the response couldn't have been better from end users, dealers, distributors. Everybody has given us nothing but excellent compliments on our mower, our unique styling, and the approach that we've taken to come to the market. We just couldn't be happier.
And tell us a little bit about one thing that jumped out in a recent press conference was the speed of it, 19 miles an hour.
Well, 19 miles an hour is a transport speed, so be careful. We're not trying to mow at 19 miles an hour, but some of the engineers tells me they can. But no, it definitely will go 19 miles an hour. We're really happy with the Hydrogear 5400 transmissions that we're using that have the dual range, and the combination of our 26-inch tires gives us that great ground speed that everybody's looking for.
Absolutely, and it's a good-looking mower to go with the speed. But that's what you get here at GIE+EXPO: brand new products, new technology, and quality performance.
More show coverage out here live at GIE+EXPO 2013. Jessica Johnson with Dick Felder, Vice President of Business Development.
That's correct.
With Briggs Stratton. And what's one of the new pieces of equipment dealers are going to see for 2014?
Probably the most popular one is the new residential prosumer version of the Snapper 550Z, which comes with a manufactured deck and a 61-inch cut, which is very popular in the marketplace. That's probably gotten more questions than any other piece of equipment in the last couple of days.
All right.
Here in the booth.
All right, thanks, Dick.
Hi, this is Dan Stihl reporting from the show floor here at GIE+EXPO 2013. I'm with Fred White, President of Stihl Incorporated, and y'all have had a great show here today and yesterday, the dealer days. Can you tell us sort of how things have gone here from your point?
Sure, Dan, and you're right. Yesterday was a real hit. We had our Oktoberfest celebration here in the booth with the Pop Band and, of course, free brats and beer. So music, beer, and brats, it's a winning combination. So we were pretty well run over here in the booth, but it's a way actually to... We're not really trying to sell anything. It's a way to thank our customers, and they come in and we get a chance to visit with them sort of one-on-one, informally. And today has been excellent. Some very, very good foot traffic. So we're very pleased with the show. A little cold outside, but you remember when we used to be here in July. It was kind of a different story. Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
And I know GIE+EXPO is all about innovation and new technology, and maybe you could tell us a little bit about what Stihl's promoting here and on display.
Sure, a couple of things. First of all, we're introducing basically a complete new line of professional chainsaws featuring our M-Tronic ignition system. It's a microprocessor that constantly adjusts the air-fuel mixture so that the machine is always working at its optimum performance level. And it really does make a difference. You feel it in the power and also the way the machine starts much easier. And that will become standard in all of our professional chainsaws. I think the other thing that we've introduced that has been very surprising, the interest to me, is what we have as our backpack battery pack. And many of the professionals that have tried our battery machines say to us, Fred, we like them, they're great. they don't have enough run time for a professional landscaper. So we think the answer to that is the battery-powered backpack. And depending on what machine you run, you're looking at anywhere from 8 to 9 hours run time. So a pro that's in the landscape business can now efficiently use battery products. Of course, they like that because of the noise, the emissions, and of course the price of fuel now is not insignificant either. And so there's a fuel saving issue too.
And I know fuel's been a big issue around here throughout the whole industry in the ethanol, and I know Stihl has been involved with OPEI's new educational program. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, at this particular show yesterday there was a press conference, and we introduced through OPEI, which of course Stihl is a member of, Look Before You Pump. And the issue here is really, Dan, our research showed that 91% of people, in terms of purchasing fuel, look only at price. So if you've got E10, E15, E40, E85, of course the E85 is going to be the cheapest fuel. So if you put that in your flex fuel vehicle and then attempt to use it in your outdoor power equipment, generators, lawnmowers, chainsaws, whatever, you are going to damage the engine. And our research further showed us that 70% of consumers are unaware that it is per se illegal to use anything above E10 in outdoor power equipment. So we felt there was a need, because what are we really trying to do is serve the consumer, and you don't want to sell somebody an expensive chainsaw or lawnmower or generator and have them go home and ruin their engine, and then you're going to have a dissatisfied customer. So the awareness campaign, education is what that's all about.
Okay. Well, that's what you can get here at GIE+EXPO, new technology and innovations, and also the industry addressing the issues of the day. This is Dan Schell here on the show floor here at GIE+EXPO 2013. I'm talking with Bob Walker, president of Walker Manufacturing, and Walker's recently had two pretty big events go on. They recently changed their logo to reflect a little bit more modern style, plus they've just recently built your 125,000th mower. And I guess between those two big events in the show, you've had a big month or so.
Yeah, it's exciting to us we as a family business to have built 125,000 machines is a big deal to us. We a lot of our bigger competitors, that might not mean too much to them, but to us it's 30 years of work, a little over 30 years of work, and we've put together a lot of good machines, and it was a nice celebration here last week when we built the 125,000th. Yeah. And the new logo is something that we really rolled out with a good bit of celebration, because we wanted to come up with a new look that would be easily identified with Walker. We've had several different logos or brandings, and we just needed to try to get that unified into one look. Yeah.
What kind of response have you gotten from dealers here at the show?
Yeah, we've had some good response. People like the new brand look. They've commented on it, and several other new things. Our grass catcher is a gray color now. That's a brand new item, and it's kind of visual. And several have said, "Yeah, I like it. It looks good." And
okay, yeah. All right. Well, that's what GIE+EXPO is all about: is getting the right information for the dealers, and we're here covering it at the show floor.
We're out here at the live demo area in GIE. Very excited to be with Husqvarna, known for their big saws. And what can you tell me about some of the technology that you make these big boys with?
Yeah, the technology is really exciting these days on the big saws. First thing that you see, we don't have any traditional carburetor adjustment. We have a technology we've developed exclusively called AutoTune. And AutoTune is a microprocessor. It's a $30 upgrade that makes the saw adjust automatically when it's running. It also compensates for different altitudes in air. There is also some compensation for fuel, different fuels, and there's a diagnostic package that comes with AutoTune. You can literally plug it into a USB into your software-loaded computer, and it will tell you hours, minutes of run, will log the serial number, service information records, and will even give you some pointing direction towards where a potential problem or issue might be. It's going to save the dealer a lot of time. In turn, the customer is going to be saved a lot of time and a lot of money.
Okay, and now on this one, that is a big bar. Where did that big bar come from?
Yeah, well, we make these Tech Light bars at facilities around the world. And the Tech Light bar, what's unique about that is it adapts aircraft aviation technology. We actually take 3 pieces, an aluminum core and 2 steel sheaves on the outside, and we put a material that they use to bond the wings in aircraft industry, so it makes it very strong, but it makes it very lightweight compared to a traditional bar that is a solid steel bar. So what you got with a Tech Light, something that lasts longer, it's going to be more productive for you, and it's going to deliver a safer use of the saw, because we're trying to minimize weight wherever we can, because weight in turn creates fatigue. Fatigue in turn, there's a correlation to injury there.
Well, and loss of productivity.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, has there been a lot of interest in these big boys out here in the demo area? Has anyone been brave enough to operate one?
Absolutely. You know, everybody wants to run the big saws, and in fact, we limit a little bit. We have a 120cc chainsaw that will run a 6-foot bar easily, and we don't bring that out because everybody wants to go to that. So we actually have 2 of the top big models are not here. The 576 XP would be the first one that you're seeing here. So people love to run the big saws.
All right.
Hi, this is Dan Shell reporting from the show floor here at GIE+EXPO 2013. I'm with Jeremy Wishart of the Propane and Education Research Council. And Jeremy, I know alternative fuels and the rising price of gasoline are a big issue for this industry. Tell us a little bit about what kind of response y'all have gotten here and what you've been doing with the visitors.
Certainly, the opportunity that propane presents to the end user or the commercial lawn and landscape contractor in this case is really to address a portion of fixed costs that they have to assume during their daily business operations. Fuel costs, they have to pay for fuel to be able to perform the work that they need to do. Propane really presents an opportunity for them to reduce that fuel cost, sometimes by up to half the price of gasoline in their daily operations. At the same time, it's also an emissions reduction opportunity, up to 50% of greenhouse gas emissions simply by switching to propane. One of the great things that we're seeing at this year's GIE+EXPO is a lot of excitement, a lot of interest on both parts of the end user and the OEMs, and that is engine OEMs and equipment OEMs as well. There's 16 manufacturers with OEM models. John Deere just announced their OEM propane models here at this show. That's a big win for this industry, for the propane industry and the commercial mowing industry as well. Lots of interest, lots of excitement, lots of end users that are currently using propane and looking to take the next step by introducing auto gas, over-the-road propane uses into their fleets. And even expanding beyond that to recharging their handheld battery equipment utilizing propane portable generators. So it's really excitement about the applications and the array of products that are available right now.
All right. It sounds like there's a lot available out there with propane products, and that's what you get with Power Equipment Trade is the latest technology and the latest information here at GIE+EXPO 2013. Hi, this is Dan Shell. I'm reporting from the Dealer Resources Pavilion here at GIE+EXPO 2013. I'm with Bob Clements of Bob Clements International, who's doing all the work here for the dealer seminars and providing some really good information to dealers, business management, that kind of thing. And tell us sort of what kind of response you've gotten, what kind of crowd, what have you heard from the dealers this year?
Well, it's been a great year for us. I mean, we went from, I had about 240 people average last year in the workshops. We're a little over 300 this year. So we got great people in here. The dealers are excited. I think every year the dealers get more and more out of what's going on in here. They understand the importance of making money, and that's what I'm seeing. These guys are excited about the dealerships. They're excited about what's going on, excited about the show, the tech training. I just think the dealer pavilion is really continuing to grow into a powerful event for us here at the Expo.
And that's one thing I think you emphasize is you're not just in business to be in business, you're in business to make a profit.
Exactly. I tell you can make a living at a Walmart, a Burger King, or a McDonald's, right? If you just want to make a living, go work there. But if you want to make money, there's no better place to make it in a dealership today. There's less competition than there's ever been. You got great products. People need the services. They need the parts. It's a perfect business to be in if you want to make money.
And that's what you can find here at GIE+EXPO, the latest information, latest technology, and ways to earn a profit. This is Dan Shell here at GIE+EXPO 2013. We're continuing our coverage from the Dealer Resources Pavilion. I'm with Eric Sides, the new director of the Equipment and Engine Training Council, and the EETC has participated in some technician certification programs. And Eric, what kind of response have you gotten here at the show?
Oh, it's been great. We actually were able to train 200 technicians yesterday.
great involvement, and of course the manufacturers were actually conducting the training on our behalf. We had Husqvarna doing training. We also had Hydrogear doing hydraulic training, and Briggs Stratton was doing some electrical training. So it's really good attendance and just a great response.
All right. And how can dealers get more involved with your organization?
Well, definitely go to the website, eetc.org. And we actually just launched the website, and it's a membership website, so you can go on. There's a career center, social media, all the information about the organization and what we do, and more about what we do for training and certifications in the industry.
All right. Well, that's just a little bit of what you can find here at GIE+EXPO, EETC, and other organizations helping dealers out and managing their service departments. This is Dan Shell here on the show floor, actually in the Dealer Resources Pavilion here at GIE+EXPO. I'm with Kim Rominger, CEO of the Mid-American Association. He hosted a panel discussion earlier today that included some manufacturers' representatives talking about issues such as the internet, alternative fuels, and warranties, that kind of thing. And Kim, tell us a little bit about the panel discussion.
Well, Dan, we had a number of questions from our dealer members in the audience, and as you said, they were touching on alternative fuels. They were touching on warranty issues that dealers have, also on internet issues that dealers have, and it was a very frank and honest discussion. I think the dealers got a lot of information out of it. The manufacturer panel consisted of representatives from Briggs Stratton, Honda, XL, Hustler, and Toro, and they did an excellent job. So just another way to open communications up between dealers and manufacturers. I think we made a good effort here today.
Okay. Sounds great. And that was one of the big events here on the first day of GIE+EXPO, the Dealer Day, and we'll be back for more.